The flag-off ceremony of the 2022 nationwide capacity building teachers training programs organized by the National Teachers Institute (NTI) Kaduna in collaboration with SDGs, UBEC, NCC and others. Today, 8 September 2022.
TI, members of the high table, ladies and gentlemen, teachers.
As they told you, the essence of this is to bring back the cognition of our teachers to face the challenges of the teaching program of today. We've been in this training for many years, but circumstances are now forcing things to change in the world, and we don't want Nigeria to be left behind. This is why we are now working towards making it possible. Should in case we have something like COVID-19, which we don't pray for, at least teaching will never stop. The reason why we want to make our teachers competent of handling modern gadgets with the insertion of all that needed to be taught to our pupils, our teachers, and our professionals, so that they will be up to date. The essence is wherever you have Nigeria, we have a Nigerian teacher, then his library is in his pocket. So now this one is just to flag up, and we look at the security issues in Nigeria. That's why we brought it Abuja here to flag up. But after this, we are going back to states to train few teachers in the state with the expectation that the state government will downstep the training to reach all the teachers in Nigeria.
Ah, we are not above any state in the country. We are all struggling to ensure that education gain its rightful place in the country. So every state is struggling to ensure that education takes its place. The advantage we have known of MTI is what we take now to Plateau State. In every state, NTI is being represented. They have coordinators who are doing some good job for us, training of our teachers, and for teachers to be properly qualified to teach, they need this training to make them real professionals. And NTI has been doing that great job. And on the plateau, we've even given them a place to build their office. And we know that if teachers are well trained, the children will also be well trained. And we have said it that education is the bedrock of every nation, and teachers are the uh, key drivers. If teachers are well trained, morally, socially, technologically, and definitely we know that our future leaders will be very prepared to hold the nation for us. Our governor, Barrister Simon Bakolalo, has been a teacher-friendly governor. In Plateau State, we have a long legacy project. And out of this project, 8 are for primary schools and 6 are for secondary schools. And last year, for the first time on the plateau, teachers were recognized. That is in October last year during the teachers. So many teachers were awarded with prizes for their performance achievements. And on the plateau, our schools are being upgraded. Recently, the World Bank through the Federal Ministry of Education, selected about 7 states, and Plateau State happened to be among, with the intervention and efforts of the Plateau State governor for the World Bank for this agile project in these 7 states. And we have just gotten, when this fund is coming, the state must also give its counterpart fund. And he did that, and recently we got something from the World Bank for the Agile project. 2 weeks ago, if you observe, to be precise, on the 19th of August, there was a flag of the intervention for the Agile project. That is Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning Empowerment. And all the schools on the plateau are going to benefit from that intervention of the World Bank. In addition to that, the UBEC through SUBEC in every state. And he said counterpart fund must come from the state to enable you access this fund from UBEC through SUBEC in every state. If you go to my state, you find out that we are not lagging behind at all. Most of our schools are being renovated through SUBEC with the assistance of UBEC. So our governor, as I said, is quite, it's an education-friendly governor. And that is why it spurs me and my teachers to put in the best for our teachers. No matter what comes up, I'm always there to get something back to my teachers.
I remember with nostalgia, my famous teacher used to say, conscience is an open wound that only the truth can heal it. So to train our young youth is worthwhile because once you don't train your youth, you have problems. So that's why I'm here. And in fact, my visit here is very educative, very participatory. In fact, it's a worthwhile gathering. So I'm happy to be part of the program. Exactly. What is worth doing is worth doing. Once you don't try to do something, I don't think things will change by themselves. It's only when you try to change issues that what is worth doing is worth doing. Once you don't try to do something, I don't think things will change by themselves. It's only when you try to change issues that issues will now be of great importance. So having this kind of gathering, the ginger and to make us to wake up and then try to catch up with the present situation. So actually, we have to have a kind of forum that develop minds so that we come up with something that will definitely raise the standard of education, which is we are lacking now. So we have to do that in order to enhance the quality of education in the country, in fact to help our youth become useful members of society and learn a lot of things that the world has going scientifically right now. So we have to meet with them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, all the movements and prostate fully the importance of education. In fact, in spite of all odds, with this present insecurity in my state, my governor is trying to make things very easy for schools. In fact, he has not learned in giving all the necessary facilities with a view to enhancing education. So I believe other governors are trying to do such. So it's a very good moment. I appreciate it. So, and I hope others will follow suit. Thank you.
Foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank the organizers of this program. It's a worldwide program, I want to say, and it's very, very timely. More so that the students will be resuming for their next session, academic session, anyway from now. And I want to say that teachers played a very prominent role, right, in building society. Sure. We deal with human beings, and that's the reason why we normally refer to teachers as nation builders. In fact, teachers are nation builders. And for you to build nation, that shows you need to be mindful of some certain things. You need to have certain qualities, which of course you need to demonstrate and motivate to your students and even the people that you are building. On this note, there must be capacity building. Training of teachers is very, very important. You cannot say, well, that you give teachers the training, you gave them the training yesterday, that you don't give them again. No, it's a continuous exercise that will make them to know what they are supposed to do, how they are doing, because by the very dynamic environment, some people will want to know the kind of training that suits candidate A, candidate B. In as much we have different kind of students, so you cannot learn the same thing, you cannot go the same rate, and you need to take into consideration the individual differences of students that you are teaching into, recognition. So I want to really salute the courage of the organizer of this very particular program. They've done very well, very, very, very well. And the program is very timely. That's what I have. And with them in a successful, workshop. Well, the students that we are teaching, they are to lead, this country in the future. That's the reason why we need something very important to be deposited in there.
It's a policy, a program coming from NTI, telling us to go back and provide and improve on our teachers' capacities in all aspects of teaching, in terms of classroom, in terms of pedagogical deliveries, and so on and so forth, record keepings, and so on and so forth. So this program actually underscores the need for us to train and retrain our teachers to live to the expectations of the 21st century. Ever since he came on board, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the State, Professor Engineer Babagana Umar Zulu, has done so much to all aspects of living in Borno State, particularly to education. And when he came, he said education is going to be given a top priority, and he stood on his word. So he brought in so many reforms and policies in order to improve the quality and standard of education in Borno State. I was fully aware that teachers are drivers of education, and to that extent, we asked the relevant ministry and the board to conduct what we call the Teacher Basic Minimum Competency Test, which we have conducted, and it was on public view about a year or so ago. And he also promised during his budget presentation, the 2022 budget presentation, that he's going to implement the new minimum wage for our teachers. And not teachers, he said, should collect less than 30,000. And I'm speaking to you now, this thing has taken place. And many of our teachers are really very, very happy to see that their salary is moved from a mere 10,000 naira to 30,000 naira. I can also tell you that some of these teachers are collecting not up above 100,000 naira, some 80,000, and so on and so forth. So they are very much pleased with this government's initiative. And that is what I've said in this level, so that other states should also implement, not only paying the salaries on time, but let us make sure that we improve the minimum, the take home pay of these teachers, so that they can perform optimally.
Actually, it's a unique event because we never had this type of event. Calling all the state coordinators to come here and have a flagging off. This is the first time of its kind. To make use of this opportunity that they had in this particular flagging off, to cascade same thing to other teachers that didn't get opportunity to come and participate.
It has actually been wonderful from that point because this initiation started long ago where the smart school systems were initiated in each of the zones, and then we are pilot, tried, and we've been able to see the impact, especially on the students. You see how education is actually advancing in such a way that there's ease to learn, there are new technologies, there are new innovations. And at the end of the day, just the way it is put, teachers are actually getting new skills every day. They're actually getting acquainted with the easiest way, and they are catching up with the gap from our own country with international education. And that is actually helping. And then the executive secretary is doing a wonderful job, and all the states are actually seeing the benefits. You can see from our own state, like from my own state, from our state, a lot is changing. And go to our small schools, some of those facilities, and the teachers there, you will see them. They're actually being trained and trained every day. So the impact is awesome. We're actually getting positive response on all the activities, and that's why today this platform is also very, very important. It's a pivotal thing that will help us to reach the next level in which we are expected to have. I have to encourage other states because you see, when this program started, some of the states they did not take that serious. And you can see today, those states that were pilot initially have gone ahead of other states. So I encourage other governors, executive secretary, education secretaries, commissioners, and state board to actually help those states that are left behind. Let them actually come up. Let them see the differences because the children are actually dynamic. That will help us, and that's the encouragement I'm doing so that we'll be able to bridge that gap. So I encourage them to follow up with us, come to our state and see what is happening. Always, let's share notes, compare notes, and that will help a lot. That's my encouragement for our colleagues. Let them actually know that we are all moving. Yes, that's just my encouragement. Let them not be left behind because the next minute or the next hour, they will see our children, competing with the international, the students, and that would be like, is that Nigeria? Is that Taraba? So that is actually what we want.
So even though I'm new in Lagos, just 5 months, but so far so good. It has been an interesting, conducive environment, and everybody knows that Lagos is very unique. It's a unique ground. We have been able to now spread now even beyond where we were before. Initially, the centers are not many, but now that I've been there now, we have been able to spread to the nook and cranny of Lagos. And we have the support of the commissioner, the web chairman, the being of assistant to us. So, and this makes us now, to get to where we have not been able to before. So, I want to use the opportunity to thank our DG now, who is also a Lagosian. Our DG is a Lagosian. So, because of that, we are enjoying a very good relationship between stakeholders in Lagos, and we believe very soon we shall do more. So now we are trying to organize this CBD seminars in Lagos because they've not done it before. Because they did it last probably 10 years ago. Now we have been able to talk to the commissioners, and he has assured us very soon there will be a synergy between us and them that we give this. So then we are moving closer to the government. We are moving closer to the government because initially we have been having a bottleneck something. But now, Lagos has given us a enable environment. The governors are giving us a enable environment. Our certificates there have been having issues, but now that I've been on ground now, this issue has been cleared. So the governor said they should give us all whatever we want, so that we have a enable environment to operate. So and this, I think, is a plus to the governor and to NTI.
Educational standards without teacher development. So it's a key for quality teaching, and then teachers will have to be developed. Education is dynamic. From time to time, this teacher needs to get a good training, and for some time now, NTI has been maintaining that standard since 2006 to date. No government has come to start that program. It's highly commendable. And I think Niger State, we are doing our best. The Niger State government led by His Excellency is putting a lot in that direction. And to that extent, we also heard that
We just had the head count where we have of over 80% of qualified teachers. Now, those qualified should also undergo training. And those that are not qualified teachers, we feel that some of them can still be trained and one day they become a qualified teacher. So this flag up is timely, this flag up is highly commendable, and we are going to gain a lot from it.
Well, actually, Bauchi, we are known on that aspect. And basically, the Commissioner of Education was a one-time lecturer before coming to be Commissioner of Education. So actually, the people of Bauchi also take part and they also contribute immensely towards the success of education in the state. Above all, NTI also being a partner in education, a collaborator with the stakeholders. So actually the NTI play vital role in gendering most of their teachers. And in the same time, they also encapsulate new techniques of teaching. So that's the main accent why you found out that most of their teachers develop the technical knowledge. It's good if they will use this technique judiciously so that they can encapsulate it to other people so that they become part and parcel. Education is dynamic, so everything is changing. So automatically they are expected to embrace the spirit of changing. So by so doing, you will find out that the education will move forward.